Woodcliff Landmark Properties is a company that focuses on predominantly heritage buildings where they've retrofitted to modern day conveniences. Woodcliff Landmark Properties was a company that was started by my husband, Paul Oberman, who died in a plane crash last year, and I have now taken the company over. We have 6 children. We're looking to continue his legacy. Neither of our respective families were involved in either design or architecture or real estate. And both of us had this great passion, and when we met with each other, we'd love to travel, we love to go and explore other cities and see other buildings, and particularly modern buildings in an historical context. And as much as Toronto doesn't have a history as long as London or Paris or Rome, I think that Paul was incredibly committed to restoring the buildings that we have here. So as a lover of Toronto, it just makes me feel so good when I feel how happy it is for people to either work downtown or midtown or be able to live. I think the condominiums have brought a vitality and a population and people that are living there. I think intensification is great for Toronto, and I think all the people that are moving here to downtown Toronto, it's spectacular. So Woodcliff itself manages these properties. It's also a developer, and will develop usually buildings that Paul purchased in the past, which were totally derelict, and then he restored them. And we also have 3 development sites, which include probably 2 condominiums that we will be looking at in the next year to rezone, and then there's also a zoned office building which is in the Summerhill area as well. Mm-hmm. When Paul would actually look at what he wanted to restore, Summerhill here, you can imagine when he bought this 15 years ago was 34 acres of a toxic waste dump. None of these buildings that you see surrounding us existed except for these buildings here, but it went for 34 acres, and now it's got homes and parks and condominium project. The North Toronto Station was restored to its former glory. They had T-bar ceilings in there at 9 feet. You never knew that these beautiful walled ceilings went out with those magnificent glass windows that had been hidden for 80 years. I can tell you my favorite new building. It's the McKinsey building, which is on Charles Street. It's the University of Toronto. I think it was the University of Toronto's property. And Hariri Pontarini were the architects, and I think that is a magnificent example of both very modern design that takes a lot of materials that we would have probably used 100 years ago. And it'll be interesting to see what that building will be doing 100 years from now. Well, Woodcliff in the next 20 years, I think that we will always have our eye open for buildings that we believe that we can restore and add value to. Also, I think because of my background for the last 25 years in condominiums, we're looking forward to redeveloping and building some of our sites as condominium projects. And I guess we have 6 children that we'll see how much they get involved in the company as well.